Hello, amazing Scorpios. I hope you're all doing fantastically. Time for your monthly reading, May of 2021. I am very happy right now because the weather is good and I'm such a simpleton. That's all it takes to make me really happy. The sun's been shining all day. I love it. I love that it's spring and pretty soon it'll be summer. And, well, not that soon. I think it's like 7 weeks away or something. But we're on the right path. I'm never really, I don't mean to be miserable about fall and winter because there are so many fun things, holidays and everything at that time. But I like warmer weather. What can I say? I always have, always will. So I'm kind of excited at this time of year. And it feels like, in spite of the fact that the world's kind of weird and terrible right now, it feels like a lot of positive things are going to happen. I think in spite of everything that is the case. I think out of some true misery, a lot of innovations are created. So I hope that is true for you. I'm going to do a different spread today. There was this one called the Love Life Thermometer, which I love the name. Very simple reading, but specifically about your love life. But I'm going to just put a different spin on it and make it a general reading. So it'll just be a life thermometer. And of course, you can gear it to whatever area of life you want to know about. So if I answer a question about life in general, I'm sure you can apply the same idea to your love life or your finances or your kids or your, anything, whatever you're thinking about. So let's get into it. This one is your life. Oh, this is becoming, it's not my number one favorite card in the deck, but I am loving this card. Okay, I used to sort of not love this card the way I do now, and now it is fast becoming one of my favorite cards. This card keeps coming up. Pretty interesting. Okay, this is an interesting reading. Okay, the Knight of Swords. So this is your life. It's in that placement, okay? So the Knight of Swords, the way I always used to think about this card, and sometimes I still do, because I'm Aries and I'm very impulsive. And if you look at this card, the horse looks like he's petrified. The Knight of Swords is very strong and true and seeking the truth and, very decisive and flying into battle at full speed to the point where even the horse looks like he's going to have heart failure. So I often think that with me, it's like a warning to not be so impulsive, to hold yourself back a little, to, almost like temperance, like don't be so crazy out there like you are. But as time goes on, and it has to do with the placements and stuff of the card. I mean, if it had a bunch of doom and gloom around it, that would be different. But it is a card of amazing determination. Like the determination of this guy is something I'm madly in love with. I love this strong, decisive, powerful, nothing's going to get in my way no matter what. And so that's really exciting. So if that's your life and you're on some quest to seek the truth or to do some intellectual pursuit or to communicate something that's important or anything in the realm of thought, intellect, communication, truth, all of that stuff, and you're on this quest and nothing's going to stand in your way, I salute you because that is very, very exciting. So something to make note of would be the next card. And I hope this is happening for you because this is such a beautiful relationship, the Two of Cups. It's about a very special kind of passion. It's about a union that is just really beautiful and everybody's on the same wavelength, and it can mean lovers, it can mean friendship, it can mean even a business partnership, but it's a very strong and beautiful connection. If it's a business partnership, it's usually very, very successful. If it's love, it's very special, like that soulmate kind of connection. If it's a friendship, it's deep. It's really an absolutely beautiful card. Sorry, my window's open and everything's blooming out there, but I like the smell of when the window's open. So, some fresh air in the house after being closed up all winter. Then we've got Temperance, which is what I was saying. Sometimes this card makes me think it's like a warning not to be too wild. Well, Temperance is truly that warning. Temperance reminds us, don't drink too much. Don't. Okay, and this is in the advice placement. So, excuse me. I would just start the thing over every time, but then we'd never get anywhere and this would never get posted. So I'm not doing that. So bear with me, okay? So temperance is a warning to not do too much smoking, too much drinking, too much shopping if it's making you go broke, or anything that's bad for you. Like, even if it's something bad for you mentally, like I keep going to lately, even when it's somebody that I'm reading for that I know have no like substance abuse issues or OCD issues or really excessive tendencies. Um, Sometimes they're really hard on themselves. Sometimes it's that whole thing of beating yourself up or miring yourself in regret over actions you did take or didn't take. I mean, that doesn't help you. It really, really doesn't. I'm guilty of that like anybody else, but it's bad for you. It's bad for you to go rehash things that you've done wrong, that you're unhappy about and unsatisfied and your life didn't go the way you wanted. So change it. Just like you made the wrong decision before, you can make the right decision now. You're still here. It's not too late to fix things. It just isn't. You can do miraculous things, literally. And I think that's kind of why we have an angel reminding us of that. It's all about purification and finding yourself and the things that you're actually capable of, because it's endless. You can do anything. Look at the determination here. You can do anything. You absolutely can. So what's going on right now? I'm going to say there's a decision to be made and you don't feel like you have all the information. You feel like you're blindfolded. You cannot see the information you need to make the decision. For each of you, this is probably going to be about something else, but a lot of people are having trouble right now because of some of the goings on in the world. They can't plan things. Say you're having a wedding and you don't know if you're going to be able to, say it's a destination wedding. Will you be able to travel? Will everybody else be able to travel? Will you be able to rent the hall in your local neighborhood that your family's always gotten married at? Because is it going to be open because of the situations that are happening right now? Will people come? What will be the parameters of that if people can come? I mean, there's a lot to deal with. So that is making planning difficult. It's making planning for any kind of event, travel. I mean, we used to be able to vacation and just go where we wanted to go on a vacation. All that's kind of not 100% shut down. Some places are fine to travel to easily, but some aren't. And so, depending on, a lot of people aren't seeing their family members because they're in zones that they can't get to easily, and it's complicated. And the thing is, even if you're bound and determined to do it, you just don't know what the situation's going to be for the time when you're making the plan. So a lot of times we just leave the plans up in the air, and then you have to do it when the time comes, and it's difficult. So it could be something like that, but it could be any kind of decision. It could be a decision about love. It could be, maybe that's why we're seeing this. Maybe it's a decision about, do I start that business that I've wanted to? But this lack of decision making is happening right now. So if it is something that you can weigh out what you've got in front of you to make a decision, I say yank off the blind feet. I can't talk. The blindfold and go for it and make the decision. But if it's something where everything's up in the air and you don't have the information and you don't know what's happening, then unfortunately you might have to set those plans aside, or the desire to have those plans aside, until you can make an informed decision, which is frustrating as hell. And I totally empathize with the trauma involved in that, because I do not like to have to wait for anything. It drives me crazy. Then we've got, in the what's going to happen next position, a very nice card, a wonderful card. Maybe you made the right decision because there's celebration here. Hospitality, happiness, passion, celebration. This is a really positive card. I often get this card when somebody's going to get married. or go through some like lifetime milestone. Sometimes it's for retirement or for graduation, that sort of thing. It's a very positive card, very happy, cups overflowing with happiness and wine, perhaps. It's a card of hospitality and celebration. So there's nothing wrong whatsoever in that. It's a very happy, happy card. But I love this card of, insane determination. And if that's your life and that's what you're about, you are going to get what you want in life because you're going to make it happen. With that level of determination, you cannot go wrong. You can't. You will make it happen. So I'm feeling really, really good about this reading, and I hope you have an amazing month. I'm going to be posting a video answering some of the questions that you guys have sent me in the last little while in the next day or two. So I hope you are able to watch that, and I hope you enjoy your month greatly and that it's super productive and happy for you, and I hope to talk to you soon. Take care.